Hi everyone, my name is Bonnie, the Crafty Connoisseur. Welcome to my first floss tube. I'll start out this floss tube by saying I've been wanting to do a floss tube now for about 2 years, and I've been not very confident. So this is going to be a big leap for me. I'm pretty talkative once I get going, but up front I'm a little bit nervous. I wouldn't say I was shy. I was shy as a child, but I've not been very shy. I try to tell everyone hi at the store and ask how their day is going. But anyways, enough of me. I would like to introduce a little bit about myself. And so I am married to my husband, David. We've been married 32 years as of May 18th. We dated since we were 16, and then we got married when we were 21. So, also we have 4 children, or grown adults now. We have Micah, he's 31, and my daughter-in-law, Palmyra, and they have one little girl who's currently living with us. Her name is Scarlett Adele, and some of you have already met her through Zoom calls. And then we have her little sister coming in September or October. Her name is going to be Selena Arabella. Then Jacob. We have Jacob, who is 29 going on 30, and he has one little girl named Natalie. She's our oldest grandchild. She's going to be 6 this year, which is hard to believe. Then we have Brendan, and Brendan is 25. He'll be 26 in December. He is not married, but he works for a famous bakery. Then we have our youngest, and her name is Maggie, and she's dating a guy named Jordan, and looks like it's going to be pretty serious. So Maggie is 20, and no, we did not keep trying till we got a girl, but the Lord blessed us with a daughter. That's a whole nother story. I don't want to say a whole lot, but if I do, I'm sorry. We have lots of animals. We rescue parrots. We have sulcata tortoises. We've got fish, an axolotl, dogs, cats. Hopefully a lot will go with my children when they leave the house. So we're a multi-functional family. Well, let's get on with whips. I have my whips all in here. I believe I have 25 or 26 whips. I think it's going to be 25 because I'm getting ready to finish. No, I'll take it back. It's going to be 24 whips because I'm getting ready to finish 2 whips in the next month. And then this is my notebook that I put all my to-do cross-stitch stuff in. And I make my own covers. This goes along with the theme of this year, which is trying to use what I have. And so I decided to go ahead and make my own covers and the dividers in the notebook. So let us go ahead. Oh, I wanted to give a warning that you may hear some cats in the background. We have 2 Sphinx cats in here. You'll see their beds up here. I made these into cat beds, and they go all the way around, and they like to sleep in those. And then I have several birds in here. They're usually pretty quiet. This is about their bedtime here. And then you'll hear the fish tanks. So, also, I have my drink with me because I tend to get low blood sugar. And when I do that, it's not good. So, also, you might hear some zippers being zipped up. I went ahead and unzipped all my bags, but if you have earbuds in, be warned that you'll be hearing them zip back up, because I do not want all my stuff falling all over the place. So my first one is the Floral Fairy by Stitching Princess. And this is, you'll find out most of my stuff is on 18 count Aida. Just stuff I have in my stash. I don't tend to buy a lot of haul. My only weakness to that is PDFs. I do buy PDFs. But this is my first whip. This is, like I said, the Floral Fairy, and this is how far I am on her. And I'm doing her in my own colors. Sort of giving a nod to the Ukraine. And I like redheads. So there she is. And this is a fun stitch to do. I really enjoy it. I work on each one of my projects at least one time a month. I have the tiny decision wheel, and it makes the decisions for me. So this is my second whip. It's called the Easter Bunny by Soda Stitch. I don't really care for her people, but I do like her animals. So I saw this one. I'm sorry for the coloring. I tried to get my printer to work out right, and it wouldn't do it. So some pictures are a nice color, and others, I don't know what happened. My husband looked at it, and he said, it must be the format that you're using. You know, it might be, but I've tried it all kinds of different ways. Still, some of them are printed in color, some they didn't. So here's this one, and this is where I'm at. I really should have a thing behind this, but there he is, and he is soon to be a finish. I'm going to try to fold these up, put them away while I have them out. Oh, and all of my cross-stitch bags I made myself, for the most part. I might have one of those Amazon bags once in a while. I might have one of those, but I don't think I do. I know I have them put in my, where I keep all my supplies, but not with a whip right now. Okay, the next one is by Twin Peaks Primitive. This is called Stitching Autumn. Let me say that again. Twin Peaks Primitive. Now on this one, we were supposed to fill in this, but since my fabric is on 18 count, it's cream, I just didn't see the need to fill that in. I thought it looked fine without it being filled in. So this is where I'm at on this one. I really enjoy this one. I made a mistake in the first spool of thread, but that's okay. It's only for me. Should have been a different color, but that's all right. I do that sometimes. Okay, my next one is by Corey E. Batacore. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. My favorite holiday. Now I had all of this done and a lot of this done. Realized I made a mistake and there was no way to fix it. So it took me 5 hours to undo this because I like the fabric and I didn't want to just get rid of it. So here this one is. This is the progress I have on this one. Not much, but I still love these colors. So I do keep a record on the back of my project cards. Tell me when I stitch them, and I'm trying to do better about how many stitches I put in. So like I've already done this one on the 10th this month, and I do believe most of the time I don't really have a stitch count. I just try to get done with like a motif or some kind of goal like that. My next one is Little Dove Designs, a stitch for all seasons spring. And I thought this would go by much faster than it has been, but that's okay. It's an enjoyable stitch, and I think it was Brenda, the Handiwork Maniac, who showed hers. I think she's done them all, but I just fell in love with it. So here I am, starting right here on the little, I think it's a birdhouse. So this will be the first little motif, and I don't believe I worked on this month. And the color I have this on is one my friend sent me. Thank you, Angie. It's pre-printed on one side and not on the other. It's been very enjoyable to work on. By the way, I hear a lot of people say they don't like Ada because it's too stiff. Well, and I know a lot of older stitchers, I'm not going to say old people like me, but older, that's what we cut our teeth on, was Ada. And if you will take your Ada and you will either use pinking shears or serge the edges and then throw it in the washer on a rinse cycle with some white vinegar, it usually takes out the sizing and you'll find that it is much softer. Now I kind of like mine a little stiff because it holds better, and as you work with it and the oils in your hands get into it, you will find that it gets softer. Now I have stitched on some, and I will tell you, I will throw away that stuff in a heartbeat. Sometimes, no matter what you do, it feels like sandpaper, and my arm is getting all blistered up and red and raw. And so once in a while that will happen, but not very often. I have had great success with using white vinegar to get the sizing out. The next one is, this is for my granddaughters, and it is Alphabet Learning by Soda Stitch, and I just loved the little motifs in here. Thought they were so cute. And I am doing this on my daughter does dye my fabric for me. She loves to do that, and so I let her do it. I say, it's all you if you want to do it. So she did it on this one, and I think it's turning out so pretty. But this is where I stitched this month, was finishing up the little elephant. They had him as a blue elephant, so I went ahead and went with gray and had a little bit of a blue ear. But I think he turned out pretty cute. I am not scared to switch up colors and do what I like or what I feel is best. I enjoy that a lot, to do that. And so there's that one. My next one, I did switch up the colors because I did not care for the colors at all. But after seeing somebody's color picture of it, because you can't really tell sometimes in the advertisements or the, you know, seller's picture, what it looks like, I did like the original colors. But I had already gone too far, and I started this one over 5 times, so I am not restarting this thing, and I'll probably never do another big alphabet like this, and it's the Enchanted Alphabet by Lavender and Lace. And this grass right here is killing me. Hopefully I'm almost done with it. Not quite sure. I went ahead and it's on a purple. I think this is 18 count. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure it is 18 count. And I did all kinds of different purples. So here she is. And I'm really enjoying her. But I'm not liking the dress a whole lot. But I'm coming down to the bottom. So hopefully the next time I work on it, maybe I'll get all the purple done in her dress and be able to start the big bow. But I just loved her curly hair. And can you guess why? Anyways, yes, my hair is natural. A lot of people ask me that. Okay. So, this is one that did not print off. It was horrible. It looks horrible, but oh well. It's Uncle Sam and Lady Liberty by Brooks Books. I'm not sure if this is still a freebie or not. It was a freebie when I got it. And I've been doing the Kreinik in it and different things. So, I really enjoyed it. Somebody gave me the hint of blending the Kreinik with a thread that is close, that matches the background. And I've been doing that. And I've had no issues with it fraying on me. Also, use a needle threader when you do your Kreinik, and it won't split on you. I'm not saying it won't always split on you, but it won't split on you. And I'm coming very close to a finish with her. I think they're so cute. You don't see a lot of cute patriotic. I still got to do some sparklers up in here and do her little gown here, but there's her scroll she has. Still got to do her torch. But this is a fun stitch. I have been known to get rid of projects if I don't enjoy them. So all of these I enjoy very much, or else they would have been gone by now. Here's another one by the Soda Stitch, and it's called Owls of Spring, as you can see here. I just worked on this one today, and I'm trying to complete right here, I do believe. It's either right here or right here. Anyways, I'm down to the hole in the tree. So, this is the last one in this bucket. And I bet I didn't take it off the hoop today. No. I'm at the wrong one. This one is my temperature chart by Stitchin' Mommy. And I decided to do it because I love Quakers. And I just thought this was a really unique temperature chart. I don't usually see them like this. And I work on this every day. Except for Sundays. I don't stitch on Sundays. So I'm right here. This is June's. And here it is. And I do keep it on a hoop. Because I am not going to take it on and off the hoop every time I turn around. So here it is. And I think it's turning out so pretty. I just love these colors. So that's my last one of this box that I have. So I'm going to... Okay, let's go on to my next book, which is Owls of Spring. And you've seen the picture already. And yes, I did work on this today. I am wrong once again. This is not Owls of Spring. This is January by the Cricket Collection. And this is my 36. Most people are 25/7. I'm 36 because I don't, like I said, I don't stitch on Sundays. So this is where I'm at. I've been working on this since January, and here I thought I'd be done by the middle of January or, you know, the end of January. Absolutely not. But I have been doing my own color, and my daughter, she dyed this fabric for me. And a lot of purple I'm noticing, and I'm not really a purple kind of gal, but there you are. And see, I'm almost done. Right there in the Y, and that'll be done. And then I can start a new 36. So those are my, this and my temperature chart are my only everyday stitch. Okay. Now let's go on to the Owls of Spring. It's ridiculous. I will get there, I promise. This is unedited. I don't edit. I don't know how. And I figure if I ever edited, I wouldn't ever get done. So, I would never start my YouTube. So, here is where I am at. And right here is where the hole is going to be that I was showing you earlier. This I absolutely enjoy. It's been so much fun. I love her stitches. Like I said, I love the animal ones. I'm not real big on the people, but the animal ones I do like. Okay, my next one, I'll quit saying that, is the Sea by Little Fox River, and I do believe he is a Ukrainian. I could be wrong, but I think he's a Ukrainian designer, and I don't think his Etsy shop is open anymore. Might be able to find him on, maybe he just closed it because Etsy takes so much away from the designers. The only thing I don't like about this one, I love stitching all of this, but why is this bird way up in the air on nothing? I don't know. Doesn't make any sense. If I had noticed that earlier, I would have taken it out. But I didn't. So, he's up in the air. Just pretend he's on a post. But here it is. Starting with the waves down here. But I love this stitch. It has been... I keep saying I love. Well, I do love them all. So... This is a new one I started not too long ago, and it is by Silver Creek Samplers, and it's called April Showers. I'm not putting April in here, and I'm not putting showers down here, because I just really liked this. So here it is, and this was a piece of yellow I had laying around, and I've gotten the umbrella done. So I just went ahead and filled in. Instead of putting April, I just filled in the umbrella. I don't think I worked on this one yet this month. I know I worked on it. Last month, I touched every one of my whips. So, I've been doing that. I started out this year a little confused on how I want to go forth with my projects because I was getting burned out. And I decided in May to start doing the tiny decision wheel, and that has really helped me out a lot. Okay, so the call for tomorrow is the 12 Days of Christmas, and it's the first one, and I didn't want to do 1, 2, 3, so I just filled in the tail. Because I don't know if I'm going to do all 12 days, but here it is, and this is one that, I think this is the one that is closest to a finish. I've got some little pairs right here, little tree trunk right here, and I'll be finished. But I love these colors by Satsuma Street. There's another little tip I'd like to tell you all about. This thing. Somebody on one of my Zoom meetings showed me this thing, and it's for quilters. And what I do is when I spin my wheel, I find out what whip I'm doing, and then I see what I want to get done for that day, and I go ahead and thread my needles, and I put them in there, and they just wind up inside of here. And then when I'm ready to do them, I just pull out the needle, and it's all threaded for me, and I can get done with what I needed. This has shaved off probably, I don't know, 15 minutes off my stitching time. This is a great idea. If you don't mind doing needles and you don't care to do all that, then that's fine. But I like to be ahead of the game because I have arthritis in my hands, and my hands hurt a lot. So this has been a super help to do that. Okay, my next one is one I'm going to start. I don't even think it's in here. Yes, I have it kitted up, but I haven't started it. But it is a stocking for me. Oh, what fun by Satsuma Street. And I can't wait to get this started. I've had the same stocking since I've been 4 years old, and it is time for me to have a new stocking. So that is kitted up in this project bag here that I made. And here's the colored version of it. But all I have to do is finish up that Y, and I can start this. And there it is. I think it's so cute. Maybe I'll have it down for Christmas. Don't know. But working on it every day, hopefully I will. Okay, this is by the Soda Stitch, and I said I didn't like the people she did, but I love this one. And this is Santa and Rudolph. I love how they're sitting and the little ornaments out there all over the place. I just think this is adorable. I love how he's smiling and so cute. So here is where this one is. Next time I'll put a board behind these. I didn't even think about it. I try to get everything prepared, but they're like those sometimes. You do your first Flosstube and decide what you want to do better next time, I guess. Okay. I am doing the Christmas Sampler by Happy Mood Point. This is going to take me years, but I like each of the little motifs. I feel like I have a finish every time I do these. This is supposed to be blue and white or red and white or however you want it, but I went with Threadworks. I had a lot of this color, and I went ahead and went with Threadworks. And I thought it looked like Christmas lights. So this is where I'm at. And I'm really liking it. I try to complete down to the bottom and then go back up and do it down again. And make it as wide and as tall as it is tall, and then go to the next section. And that's how I try to work them in. And I do grid my own fabric. I found a really good, very thorough gridding tutorial. And it's helped me a lot because I was not gridding right. I tried it with the sulky thread. I tried different ways, and I was messing up, and it was a mess. So here, this one is Enchanted Forest by Owl Force Embroidery. Another one that I love. All these little motifs. Sometimes it is not the best to chart your own colors. This right here is a crane. Well, you will see what kind of crane I made. It was a big mistake. I've never heard of a red crane. I mean, maybe they're out there. I haven't seen one, but there we are. But I finally got to the bottom. And now I'm going to go to the bottom on this side. I just love all of this. And this is on a color that my daughter, it's a green, kind of a celery green. She dyed that for me. And I'm getting to the very end. Trying to keep this under 30 minutes. Maybe my husband can trim some off. This is Cory Batacory Nativity. And this is where I'm at on this one. This is when my daughter coffee tea dyed for me. I want it to look kind of old. So there it is. I could not get her eye right. I tried I tried a French knot. I'm decent at French knots. I could not get it right. So she's without an eye. Oh well. She's just a blind angel, I guess. Maybe that's sacrilegious. I don't know. Okay. So my next one is Farm Girl Fall by It's So Emma. I don't know who I saw this by, but I loved it. So I went ahead and decided to do that one. And it's one of my new starts. Let's see here. I have it out of order. So give me a minute here. Here we are. So I'm in the first square. I haven't worked on it this month yet, but this is the leaf, the branch on the leaf. Had I thought about it, I probably would not have done the border. I don't usually do borders because I don't like borders. And when I do finally finish these, I plan to do smalls. So I guess I wouldn't have done that, but oh well. Okay, my next one is, and I don't have a picture of it. I do not believe I have a picture of it, but I can show it to you. I think this is Spring at Hawthorne Hollow. In fact, I do think I do have a picture of that one. You probably all have already seen it, but this is the one I'm doing. And this is the where I am at. What's killing me is these bricks, but I really like how they're turning out. Now this is one border I cannot do without. But I think I'm going to do these not as one big piece. I think I'm going to make these individual and maybe do them all, but maybe not. Just depends. But I'm really enjoying stitching it so far. So I might make it my final decision to go ahead and do that. Speaking of Hawthorne Hollow, they are my absolute favorite. I love anything Hawthorne Hollow. My daughter bought all of them for me at Christmas. Now, I did not start, I did spring at Hawthorne Hollow. When I finished my very first finish of the year, I decided to start autumn at Hawthorne Hollow, and I went to look at page 1 to get the first block, and it wasn't there. So whenever you get something as a gift, look through it first. I learned a hard lesson, and someone was gracious enough to send me her copy. It isn't a copy, but her Hawthorne Hollow. She said she stitched it and she wasn't needing it anymore. And thank you, whoever you were, because I can't remember. But this is where I'm at. The roof of the house. So far I'm liking it. And these I am going to do individual because I'm not sure I'm going to do them all, but here it is. I didn't realize until I looked at it how much I liked the top, the heading, so I'll probably be doing this top part too. But this is the one I'm doing right now. Okay, getting down to the very end. Let me see. I think that's all the pictures I have to show, but I still have, oh no, I'm wrong. I'm wrong. I flipped pages. Sorry. Okay. I'm doing Arranging Lures by Ink Circles. This is for my daughter's boyfriend. And he loves to fish. I have changed the colors because when I did this first one here, it was just solid black with a little bit of white, and I could not tell what that was. So I went through, and I've used a lot of her colors, but I've also used, I looked at different fishing lures and have used their colors too. So I had my daughter dye this piece, and it's, so it looks like water, and this is where I'm at. See what I mean about some of these? Like this one's a white one, and I put a little bit of silver in there. I don't know if you can see it, but I went ahead and changed this one. Now you can tell it's a some kind of bug or something like that. I just finished that one the other day. So I've seen, I think it's a stay-at-home mom. She did this one for her husband, and I didn't even know they had such a thing out there, and I really, really liked it. And I thought, well, my daughter's boyfriend would absolutely love that. And then my last one I started, it's Signs of Summer by Bent Creek. I love Bent Creek. I don't have all the signs, but I want to get all of them. And this is where I'm at. Up here in the sun. I did not change the colors on this. But if you notice, that sun looks completely different than this sun. Oh well. So there you go on that. Well, that's the end of my floss tube. I hope you all enjoyed my floss tube. I plan to try to do this once a week. My husband and I are now retired, so I have plenty of time on my hands. Also depends on how many times I have to bring my daughter-in-law to the doctor or wherever we need to go to watch Scarlett. But I should every week. And I will show you what was spun that week and what progress I made, because I'm not going to show you all these again. You'll see them all again for the whole month, but you won't see, you'll just see the ones I worked on for 6 days. I don't always, there's days I miss here and there, and sometimes I feel like I'm a little burned out and I need a day off. So anyways, this went over a little bit, but that's okay. Like, subscribe, do all those things, and hope you have a good week. Thank you. Bye.